Donald Trump made specific any local officials who, quote, interfere, whatever that means, with his mass deportation efforts, local and state officials should be prosecuted. How are you preparing for that? And how are you preparing the people of Boston in schools and their communities for what is very possibly to come here?
There's been a lot of bluster so far and a lot of trying to create drama and fear and perception of fulfilling pretty draconian campaign promises when in reality, our job at the city level, especially, but I would say in government in general, is to understand the law, is to follow the law, and to go by facts rather than just sort of made up stuff. I think we've seen with the birthright citizenship move already that's been struck down, at least at the first step in the courts, pretty harshly as a clear violation of the Constitution. And even the letter that went out to dozens of municipalities that threatens mayors, it threatens police officers, it threatens librarians, the whole umbrella of quote unquote local officials who are involved in protecting our residents and making sure that we are running cities that are safe, where people feel like they can take their kids to school, engage in city services, call 911 when they need help, report crimes when they have information to report. That's been working in Boston. It's been working so well that we're recognized nationally as the safest major city in the country. And we will continue to follow the law. The federal government has their purview. We don't enforce federal immigration law. Our police department takes care of criminal activity and they focus on local issues. And whenever someone breaks the law, we hold them accountable here, regardless of their immigration status, which we do not ask about and we do not interact with. This new administration has said they're changing the priorities, whereas before under President Biden, there was targeting of those with serious criminal allegations or backgrounds or prior history of deportation. Some of what we're seeing, at least in the early bits around the country, is that largely has been what is still been demonstrated in the enforcement, but with Fox News embedded going along, with Dr. Phil, with this element of wanting to sensationalize and stoke greater fear about it. So we know that the federal government will continue to do what they do on the federal side. We will continue to do what we do on the city side, which is keeping everyone safe here. And we don't have the authority to, let's say, stop or overrule what they're doing in their domain, but neither do they in our domain either. And so we are going to continue to follow all the laws. We've issued guidance to school leaders and to our school communities that make it very clear. There are no unauthorized adults that are allowed in school buildings, period, no matter what the purpose is. That is in general. And so those spaces will continue to be spaces where we don't ask about immigration status and everyone is guaranteed to have access to a quality education. And we are going to be there to provide services for our residents, no matter what part of the city and no matter what background.